Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
Last night, Trevor McDonald dominated in his season debut, ending the Giants' 6-game slide as the starter allowed just 2 hits and a 3-2 victory over the Padres. We welcome you back to San Francisco and to Oracle Park for Game 2, the middle game of a 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. Well, the Giants went 0-6 on their recent road trip. They returned home and win here last night in Game 1. They like playing here at Oracle Park.
It's home sweet home for the Gigantes, and it's the tale of 2 teams. How do you figure this one out? As Donnie mentioned, 0-6 on the last road trip. But here at Oracle Park, look at the record. The last 9 home games, 7-2. The runs, they're scoring more runs than the opposition. They're putting the ball out of the ballpark like Schmidt did last night. 8 at home, 0 on the road. And it all boils down to the pitching. I look at the bullpen, .69 the last 9 home games. And 4 of the 7 wins by 3 runs or fewer. So Padres got to keep it close and bust out with the offense. That's what they need to do to beat the Giants tonight.
For the Giants tonight in Game 2, it's Logan Webb, and this will be the second start for Webb this year against the Padres.
These Padre hitters and everyone in the National League knows exactly what Logan Webb features. He's got the hard sinker, the sweeper, and the slider. So it's a matter of getting him up in the zone. So for Logan Webb, the 31st of March in San Diego, 6 solid frames, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. He struck out 5. The walks are up with 4 in that game. And combined, the starters this season versus the Padres, a 1.85 ERA. And look at the whip, well below 1 at .82 for the Giants starters.
Walker Buehler for the Padres. He likes pitching here.
Well, the days with the Dodgers, hopefully he can get into that mode and work that breaking ball. Keep the ball in the yard. Work it on the ground. The 30th of March against the Giants, 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, 2 outs, kind of scattered a little bit, 3 earned runs. But the career here at Oracle Park, 6-2, 3.65 ERA. It's all about avoiding deep counts, keeping the ball in the yard, and giving a chance to win.
Coming up, chatting with the Reaper, Mason Miller has 11 saves and was the NL reliever of the month. Mike Pomerantz joins us next, and we will hear from the Padres closer next from San Francisco.
Cannot get enough of this. This is just straight filth. Mason Miller. How about his effort just a couple of days ago Sunday, picking up his 11th save against the White Sox. Strikes out 3. He is the National League reliever of the month. You could ask me a million times. I couldn't tell you who should have finished second, but Mason Miller unequivocally the best in the National League. In fact, I think all of baseball right now. And it's one thing to get attention from your own fan base. It's certainly another to get that national spotlight. Well, that is exactly where Mason Miller is right now. And he joined our friends yesterday on MLB Central.
I can't personally tell what your best pitch is. So, Mason Miller, what is your best pitch?
The slider right now, but that's going to change probably throughout the year. You got 3 seasons within a season. The slider's been great out of the gate, throwing it a lot, and I'm sure guys will start to adjust to it a little bit, and the 4-seam's going to be available. So just mixing and matching and, finding guys' holes and continuing to attack the zone.
When you're on a run like this and you're warming up before you're coming into a game, I would assume, going back to my days playing, when you're throwing, you're getting ready to come in and you feel really good. Do you have those days when you're running out there and you're like, okay, man, I've got my good stuff today, but I can't just throw, I've got to pitch?
Yeah, the bullpen for me is just getting loose. I could throw a ball over the backstop, which I did several times in LA, bouncing out by the rocks. But yeah, as long as the body's loose, ready to go, you go out there, you get a couple pitches to lock it in on the game mound, and guy gets in the box, it's time to compete. So that's just kind of my barometer for it, is as long as I feel loose and ready, I'm good to go.
Relievers, creatures of habit, weird guys. I always had a difficult time warming up.
I don't think he's a weird guy.
No, you've got to be wired a little bit differently. I never cared for, warming up when the bullpens were on the field on this side like Wrigley Field. I preferred an enclosed area where you could concentrate. Do you mind, it warming up at Wrigley?
Oh, Wrigley now is indoors. It's like a cave out in under the bleachers. But yeah, the Coliseum was on field, so I think I got pretty comfortable with it, honestly.
Interesting. I like that. You know, I could tell what you weren't comfortable with, and that was a blown call on the infield grass. You gave up a run, your first run. It was a week ago today, actually, last Monday. I'm watching this. The ball's rolling down the line, and I'm furious that this was called fair. I am. I'm not Mason Miller. So did this derail you in any way? Because that clearly looks foul. Was it hard to get back and locked in when you thought that's a foul ball?
I don't think it's hard to get locked back in. It's the same as, you know, you give up a knock or an error, or, you know, guys on first base, the next guy's up at the plate, and the Cubs put together a couple good at-bats there, and a couple balls found their way through. But yeah, just staring down the barrel, bases loaded, 4-run game, but just kind of focusing on the job I have to do and kind of regroup, lock back in.
Nobody's focused any better than the anchor of that bullpen, Mason Miller. But some big news to bring you up to speed on. A handful of transactions, perhaps highlighted by the return of Yuki Matsui. We'll have all that for you and a whole lot more, including first pitch from Oracle Park next. Important news to get you caught up on. Talking about Jake Cronenworth a couple of weeks ago. This is in Anaheim on the 18th. Takes that ball high and tight off the shoulder, then right off the jaw. And apparently it was a little bit more of an issue than we were aware of at the time. Remember, Jake, tough as nails. He stayed in this ball game. And it was interesting because it seemed to be, at the moment anyway, that he was okay. But remember, then the team went to Colorado and Mexico City, two high-altitude environments, and apparently may have masked some of the symptoms of a concussion. He passed all the protocols, but today it was announced he would go on the 7-day injured list for this concussion. Kyle Hart, by the way, is the move for Yuki Matsui. So Yuki Matsui is back with the club. Kyle Hart goes down. Sung Moon Song now is going to get the start at second base. That's the direct transaction for Jake Cronenworth. So a lot going on right now. We talked to Jake before the game, and here's what he said about how he feels.
It's more just like I can't focus, like hazy fogginess. But the biggest thing was yesterday, like I don't really drink much, if at all, most of the times after games, and like I woke up yesterday like I was hungover for like the 4th straight day, and I texted somebody that I know that had a concussion, and he said he felt the same exact thing.
Oh, we certainly wish him a speedy recovery. When we come back, Oracle Park, it's game 2. The Padres and the Giants hoping for a little more offense than we saw in game 1. Don and Mudd with the call.
San Diego Health, proud partners of the San Diego Padres.
Padres baseball is presented by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By your Lexus dealers in Carlsbad, El Cajon, Escondido, and San Diego, who invite you to test drive a Lexus today. By Sequan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. And by Prize Picks, win cash while watching sports, the official daily fantasy partner of the Padres. Back in the beautiful city of San Francisco as the Padres and Giants play game 2 of this 3-game series. Night baseball on a cool evening as we check out the Padres lineup, brought to you by UC San Diego Health. Jackson Merrill about to lead it off with Manny Machado batting second at third base. Miguel Andujar is the DH. Gavin Sheets at first. Fernando's been moved down a little bit. He's in right field, and he'll be batting fifth with Xander Bogaerts at shortstop. Nick Castellanos in left. Luis Campusano does the catching with Sung Moon Song getting his major league debut at second base, at least start anyway. He has pinch run already in one previous game. On the mound, the veteran Logan Webb.
Well, we know all about number 62. That's Logan Webb. 8th start, 4.30 ERA. The walks are kind of up, so the Padres trying to even the series in game 2. Stepping up to the plate for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Stepping up to the mic with the play-by-play is the voice of the Padres, Don Orsillo. Donnie?
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 2 from San Francisco, and it's carved foul on the first pitch by Jackson Merrill. Now Jackson Merrill in the leadoff spot at .220 with 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Jackson Merrill looking forward to this matchup against Webb. How about this? 10 for 15 against Webb in his young career.
Yeah, that's pretty much ownage, I would say. Now, Webb's got to make the adjustment.
Big gap out in right center field for Jackson Merrill. Center fielder Gilbert over towards left center.
Yeah, laying off the high stuff. Good eye right there on that four-seam fastball. He likes to go upstairs with that fastball. Logan Webb does.
And strike three gets him looking. The sweeper came back.
Let's take a look. Is it the breaking ball the other way? Oh, yeah, you can see he raises his finger a little bit on that ball. Almost like a knuckle curve grip. They call it the sweeper, and that's the backdoor one.
Think a hitter can see that?
It happens very quickly. I would say a lot of good hitters with good hand-eye coordination. Tony Gwynn, Tony Gwynn could see that.
Okay.
That's a really good question to ask.
Average hitter, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, because it happens. It comes through the zone right so quickly. Is that right? The arm slot.
Manny Machado.
That's a good question to ask, though. Yeah.
Machado in the 2 spot, moving on up in the order. Fouls it off to the right. It's time for the Sequan Casino Resort Scouting Report.
Logan Webb, sinker fest. You're going to get a lot of sinkers. The changeup, whether it's good or bad, it's off and on. Four-seamers up with 2 strikes, and the walks are up a bit as well for Logan Webb.
I feel like he's a different guy when he pitches here, though, at home at Oracle Park.
Yeah, it's somewhat a pitcher's part, leans towards the pitchers, and if he can keep the ball on the ground, the grass, all the infields are kind of fast. It's a fast track. Wow, look at that movement there.
Swing and a miss on the sinker. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the night.
Watch the movement of this pitch out of the hand and then where it ends up. That's tremendous movement if taken a ball.
Backing on up.
Yeah. Wow. Really tying up Manny.
So 2 down here in the first inning. Brings up Miguel Andujar, the DH. And batting third. Line to the gap in right center field. That's going to get down and roll a very long time. He should be thinking 3. Headed to the 4:15 marker. He is thinking 3. And without a problem stands at third base with a triple. Yeah, he wanted that baseball for something. Not sure what milestone he just got.
Let's take a look at this pitch here as it's a 2-seamer down the middle. He stays inside it and just rifles this ball to the gap. It's got 3 written all over it.
Strike 1 to Gavin Sheets in the cleanup spot. Yeah, he wanted that baseball. I'm not sure what milestone he just reached. One of them. And he got the baseball.
That's going on the mantle.
In there for strike 2. Another sweeper. That looks nasty tonight, that sweeper.
I believe, Don, because I'm looking at reference.com, that's his 500th career hit. Because after 499 comes 500, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Very good. Let's take a look at StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Outs last time he faced the San Diego Padres in San Diego. 8 on the sinker. He's got the 4-seamer, the sweeper. And once again, like a lot of veteran guys, they are confident with their stuff and they like to pound the zone. You can see he'll make a chase once in a while.
Fly ball, center field. Gilbert not seeing it initially. Now he does, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. The Padres leave Andujar at third. The Giants are coming up.
Focus on the things that matter most. That's the Cal Coast advantage to me.
Padres don't score in the top of the first. Giants coming up in the bottom of the first as Tony Vitello's lineup is brought to you by Appliance Alley. Lee at the top in right with Schmidt at second base. Devers at first. Ramos in left with Eldridge DHing. Chapman at third. Adames at short. Gilbert in center. And Rodriguez in his second big league game, still looking for his first big league hit. Walker Buehler on the mound tonight for San Diego.
No day off for this Buehler, 31-year-old, making his 7th start of 2026. 1-2 record, trying to lower the ERA. He has had success here at Oracle Park. Let's see if that comes to fruition this evening in the Bay.
Jung-Hoo Lee hitting at 272 and getting another start in right field for the Giants. Takes it the other way down the left field line. That'll be a fair ball. Castellanos quickly to it, and they'll hold. Lee to a long single. Nice job by Castellanos. Get it back in quickly.
Most certainly, because that ball is slicing. Castellanos in left field tonight. He reads the ball off this bat. You got to get to it. It was a fastball. He generally likes to pull it, but inside out swing. Now the race is on. You got to be aggressive around first base. Plant it, get rid of it. And the one hopper is a perfect throw to second base.
So Lee at first for Schmidt. Starting at third last night, moves over to second base tonight. Having a good year at the plate at 308. 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. For a team that's offense has not been spectacular, especially on the last road trip, which they went 0-6, but a little better last night in their return to Oracle Park. And as you highlighted, they play much better baseball here at home.
Most certainly. It's a confidence thing that the Giants, they're trying to do that on the road, but hopefully the Padres can shut them down tonight.
They are in their City Connects, in case you're wondering. High drive down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, and it is gone. A 2-run shot for Casey Schmidt. The Giants jump out to a 2-0 lead.
Remember last night's game? Casey Schmidt in the first inning. There was a fastball from Vasquez that leaped over the heart of the plate. This looks like a breaky ball. It's a slider, middle in. He wanted it down and away, and Casey Schmidt again makes him pay.
Now Rafael Devers swing at the first pitch. Full ambush mode right there. .218, 2 homers, 14 runs batted in for Devers. Time for the Saquon Casino Resort Scouting Report.
For Walker Buehler, follow the leader. Randy Vasquez pitched well last night. Randy had a chance to scout these Giants from the dugout, watch some video, limit the walks, and try to avoid the deep counts. Being economical early can help matters. Going, 6, maybe 7, who knows? But got to keep it at 2 right here. The most that Walker has thrown in an outing, talk about pitches, is 92. That was his last outing where he went 4 2/3. So needs to go a little bit deeper, be a little bit more economical.
Now the Giants are waiting for Devers to take off. It's been a very slow start. First month of the year. Saw checking in at .218, only 2 home runs so far for Devers, who is always going to be in the middle of their lineup.
Donna, you and I were talking to some Giants people, and they said that the classic situation, a scenario right now with this guy Devers, he's been missing like fastballs right down the middle, right? Usually he's a threat, but hasn't been the case.
Grounds this one to short, and Bogarts is there right around the bag at second for out number 1. When Padres pitchers K9U win, score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. 1 down in the first. Elliot Ramos. Pokes it down the right field line, headed foul. Had the distance, but a foul ball carried better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, you could play Pepper down that line. It's only 309, but then it jets out to 365.
Got 3 round trippers on the year, 15 runs batted in.
Well, for Walker Buehler, now you're standing on the mound looking towards home plate, right? Well, where does he have the most success? Well, you can see down the middle, 600. Up and into the righties, nothing. Nothing at all.
Good pitch, struck him out. First strikeout for Walker Buehler.
He will try to pound the fastball in to the righties like we just saw there, but that is a good sweeper. Let's take a look. This one back up on him. No, it's away for the swing and miss.
So 2 down. Bryce Eldridge now, the DH. Eldridge got into 10 games last year with the Giants. Just called up yesterday. 0 for 2 last night in his debut here in 2026. He's just 3 for 28 in his first big league experience last year.
Well, it's the lefties that's been giving Walker Buehler fits. This season, 298 average. Hey, righties he's been containing with 233. These are the guys he's got to keep quiet.
Broken bat flare that is caught by Xander Bogaerts for out number 3. 2-run shot for Casey Schmidt. 2-0 Giants.
New official vehicle of Major League Baseball.
2-0 Giants have the lead over the Padres. The score on our UC San Diego Health scoreboard. As Fernando batting 5th in the order tonight, and Padres against starters just at 230. That's 27th in the major league, so they've had trouble with starting pitching. Relievers a little better, 249, 12th. And 16 quality starts against the Padres. That's the most in the majors, so got to fix that.
First time for Fernando batting this much down in the order in the 5th spot.
.252, still looking for that first elusive home run. And 13 runs driven in. Chopper to third has Matt Chapman handling out number 1. Score-free Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run with the purchase of a large drink. 1 down here in the 2nd inning for Xander Bogaerts.
If you can get to Webb early, you need to get that sinker up, maybe a hanging changeup. He likes that pitch as well, because once he finds that groove, we've seen it in the past, he could be a tough customer.
Fly ball left field, struck pretty well. Ramos going back. That ball is gone. Home run. Bogey goes boom. Xander Bogaerts connects on his 6th home run of the year. Padres cut the lead in half.
Talk about hanging sinkers, hanging changeups. He gets a sweeper here. Watch on contact. Outer third. Stayed on it nice. Ooh, one of the hands come off on that bat, but he gets enough of it, and he sends it to the tunnel.
Now Nick Castellanos. Quick answer from the Padres here in the 2nd inning.
That's something kind of strong right there in that swing. But now got that sweeper.
Well, Castellanos down the right field line, headed towards the corner and foul. Well, that was fast. Padres fans just scored a free Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box with tonight's Padres home run.
What's up, Ma? Thanks to that cat. Xander Bogaerts. Slap some cheese on that thing while you're at it. I was giving the intel to the other hitters for the Padres, talking about that sweeper.
Flips it foul off to the right, out of play.
Nick got a hanger right there. You know, we saw a lot last night. Sinker slider from McDonald. 2 strikes, sliders down and away. We saw it to Fernando, to a number of Padre hitters.
This is to short, to the backhand for Adames. It's out number 2 of the second inning. What do you got on these unis? I kind of like them.
I do too. I really, in fact, when we saw them last year, I commented on them, and I really like the colors. I really like the jersey. I like the whole getup. It's almost got like that Haight Ashbury type feel to it.
It's pitch 25 coming up for Logan Webb with 2 down. Grounded back up the middle. Schmidt will get there though. And he throws him out to end the inning. Solo shot for Xander Bogaerts. Gets the Padres on the board. Inning and a half done. 2-1 Giants. City Connect Fridays are back. Every Friday home game is a party in the park presented by Southwest Airlines. Start your weekend with $5 drink specials, live music, and a City Connect celebration from the time the gates open to first pitch. Explore all Friday games at Padres.com/party. Now Chapman leading it off here in the Giants' second inning. Chapman, Adames, and Gilbert expected here in the Giants' second inning.
It's a nice way to answer back, cut the lead in half, right, with that Bogaerts home run. Is to take a look at Matt Chapman. Last 12 straight scuffle for the Padres' 3rd sacker. It's still hard for me, Don, and I know you'll appreciate this. Every time I think of Matt Chapman, I think of the great late Dick Callahan across the bay at the Coliseum. Third baseman, Matt Chapman. He had the great pipes on the PA, didn't he?
He was awesome. Roy Steele before him.
Oh,
they've always had very good PA announcers.
yeah, they did.
They don't anymore. They don't have baseball anymore. Ground ball headed to short. Bogaerts slides to his left for the first out here of the second inning.
Nice sinker from Walker there, getting the grounder.
So 4 in a row now retired by Buehler after giving up the 2-run home run to Schmidt in the first inning. Here's Willie Adames. Slow going to begin the year, batting under 200 at 197 for Adames. 3 homers, 6 runs batted in for the Giants shortstop.
We see it all the time in this great game of baseball through the years. You know, a team might be struggling, Padres, Giants, Cardinals, whoever, but it can turn on the dime how quickly a team can just rattle off some hits, score some runs. That's why you have to be concerned with lineups, even though they are struggling. We documented that, yes, the Giants are playing better at home. Like, for instance, Adames, last 17 games, look at a lot of punch.
Wow.
Yeah. Nothing driven in. It's the longest drought for the kid's career, but you still have to make good pitches. You just can't look at those numbers and say, I've got this situation licked. Next thing you know, you're backing up third.
It was in a stretch at 1 point, 1 for 33. 4 for his last 20 as it is. And a liner into center field for a base hit. There you go.
See?
After retiring 4 in a row, a 1-out single here for Adames.
Does it get in a hitter's head? You bet. Does it get in a pitcher's head? You bet. What do? You grind, you battle. It's a breaky ball. He one-hands this one. He went out and got that cut fastball from Buehler off the end of the bat. And he is aboard.
1 out, 1 on here for the Giants in the second inning. Here's Drew Gilbert. Into the grass at third is Machado, and he'll bloop one to left. That'll drop for a base hit. Stopping at second and Damas. All of a sudden, back-to-back hits here for the Giants. Certainly nothing crushed, but you got first and second.
Off the end of the bat, a little flare. The changeup out of the hand of Buehler. Another one went out and got it.
Two on, one away. Jesus Rodriguez made his major league debut here last night, doing the catching. He's the catcher again. He bats ninth and was 0 for 3 in his debut last night. Recalled yesterday. He was acquired last year from the Yankees. There's a flare to right, his first major league hit. And they will stop the runner third. He's going to run through the stop sign, and he'll be safe. Wow. They had stopped him at third base. Continues on in, and the Giants get another run. And the first major league hit for Jesus Rodriguez is an RBI.
Another flare off the bat of a Giant. This one is inside in the kitchen. Rodriguez fights it off. Hector Borg, the third base coach, as we pick up the runner. Stop sign. Write
Big
that
stop
man,
sign.
Yeah, write that man a ticket for running the stop sign. But he beats the ticket in court and scores. Case dismissed. Wow. You know what I tell you? This game of baseball, right? Sometimes it's just not fair. Putting the bat on the ball, finding the spot. 3 flares.
Ruben Niebla out there talking to Buehler, and now he'll head back to the dugout. First and third with 1 out to run in. Flips the order over. Jung-Hoo Lee will be coming up next. Since April 10th, 389 for him. 8 extra base hits. Starting right fielder for the Giants. Big fan favorite here in San Francisco last 2 years. Evens a count of 1-1. Inning and a third here for Buehler. This will be pitch 35. Over to first, and diving back safely is Rodriguez. On the ground, softly hit. Song will go to second. They get the runner there. Run scores in the back door from third. The Giants will take a 4-1 lead. Lee will reach on the fielder's choice there. Ace Rodriguez at second. And Lee will pick up an RBI.
Just putting the ball in play. Little chopper. At first base, trying to get to that one was Gavin Sheets. He's out of the play, but at least they get an out at second base.
Here's Casey Schmidt, who homered in the first inning off Buehler. Takes strike one. Home run for Schmidt was his 6th of the year. Buehler coming in individually 1-2. A 5.40 ERA. 7th start in the Padres uniform for Walker Buehler. Falls behind 2-1. Left side, Machado will go to second for the 4th shot that'll end the inning. But 2 more runs for the Giants in the second. They take a 4-1 lead.
Head on the Chick-fil-A app.
Sung Moon Song set to lead things off for the Padres here in the top of the third inning. Before the ball game today, he was talking with his friend and former teammate Jung-Hoo Lee. They were teammates in Korea with the Kiwoom Heroes. Song said he was just thrilled to get this start today, guys, against San Francisco, just to see a familiar face, somebody who can help him with those many cultural adjustments, the differences in the power and speed of the game played here in the U.S. And as all of us Padre fans remember, Ha-Sung Kim, also a member of those Heroes clubs that both Lee and Song were teammates on.
Well, that'd be very cool for them both today.
It's a great story. 9 seasons in the Korean Baseball League. And it was fun to experience that, right, Don? You're going over to Seoul and the Padres watching over there against the Dodgers and against the team that they played over there when we went over there. But a different type of league, big time adjustments coming over to the States.
Well, it seems to be going well.
Yep.
Popped up shallow left as Ramos comes in and under, and he'll make the catch. First AB for Song is a fly out to left field. Prize Picks is the official daily fantasy sports partner of the San Diego Padres. Download Prize Picks app today and use Padres to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. So 1 down brings up Jackson Merrill, who struck out looking in the first inning. Pitches so far for Webb, working with 1 out in the third inning. Individually 2 and 3 on the year, a 4.30 ERA for Logan Webb. Second time he has faced the Padres this year.
There's that sinker, starts as a strike off the plate. All out of play. We'll get some swing and miss on that as well.
Jackson Merrill with a home run here last night.
Oh, I love the roller coaster. It gives you the trajectory. And that's a line drive, 83 feet. Wow, he hit that ball on the line nicely.
That was the apex.
Yeah. 436 feet that ball traveled. Well, how good of a year did Webb have last year? Well, finished 4th in Cy Young Award voting, and he won his first Gold Glove Award, which is makes any pitcher proud, winning a Gold Glove, fielding your position very well.
Swing and a miss, and Merrill strikes out. Third K for Webb. Second time Merrill is down by way of the K.
It's like a high cut fastball, mislocation. He wanted it down and in it or up and in, but still gets the punchy.
Two down, 4 in a row now, retired by Webb. You said earlier, you cannot let him settle in.
You got to get to him early. Have to. It's a must.
Seen a lot of Webb. This is a large sample size. 43 ABs, a 302 average. Down 0-2. Sweeper's been a good pitch so far for Webb.
You know, the fastball is only like 92, 93, which he pitches upstairs. That wasn't part of the scouting report, by the way. But it's that sinker, it's that sweeper, and it's that changeup that makes that 92 look like 96, 97. There's the cambio.
Doesn't like that baseball, wants a new one. Adam Emery has the plate tonight for the umpires. Two. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Machado. Back-to-back Ks. 2.5 done. 4-1. Giants.
Tippity tap tap tap. Score unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
I wish we'd have caught it earlier, but just stemming back from when he got hit in the chin, I think it's one of those concussions that didn't present itself right away, or the symptoms didn't present itself right away, and then it's kind of just not gone away over the course of time, and just yearly peeked back here and there, and then yesterday was a bad day. So we'll take care of him and do what's best for him going forward, but it's also an opportunity for Song to come up and have his opportunity in the big leagues.
Yeah, fingers crossed for Jake Cronenworth. He goes on the 7-day IL under concussion protocols right now. And Craig Stammen talking before the game saying he did pass all of the requisite testing after that being hit in the jaw there on April 18th in Anaheim. But then you compound it with the fact that the team went then to Colorado and then Mexico City. And Jake said before the game, look, I couldn't quite tell if it was just altitude sickness, just discomfort, or what it was. But once we got back to sea level, playing the Cubs and in the White Sox at San Diego, he said the symptoms just kind of gotten worse. And yesterday, he said there was a breaking ball that he saw in the middle of the game yesterday that he swore was a good foot or so outside, and it was right down the middle. And he knew right then something wasn't right. So that's when he decided, you know what, I better get this talked through and looked at.
Well, we certainly hope he is okay, and pretty scary stuff. And I mean, the fact that it took a little while to materialize, but as Mike said, the fact that we did go to Denver and then we did go to Mexico City, I don't think anybody felt great in any of those destinations. Right. So tough to tell really where he was at now. He could tell, and hopefully everything's okay.
And the way I look at it is it's so subjective, and there are different levels of pain or uncomfortableness that people feel, right? Everybody's different. And we know what kind of cat we got to challenge him.
Oh, yeah, we do. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Pitches the ball. San Francisco has 2 remaining.
That was close. But Jake is one tough customer. I mean, the kid played hockey. He's got a high pain tolerance. And knowing Jake Cronenworth, he's gonna fight through some things until it comes to the point where it says, hey, I can't go. And ultimately, that's the decision made today, and we wish him well, a speedy recovery. I've never gotten hit on the chin with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, so I don't know what that is like.
Back-to-back Ks here for Buehler. Second time he's gotten Ramos. Good strikeout for Buehler. 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
So a knuckle curve and now a slider for the punch out, and it's all about location. Look at that front side as Ramos just waves at that one.
2 down in the 3rd for Bryce Eldridge. Right side, picked by Sheets. Overcovering is Buehler for the out. Nice play by Gavin Sheets at first base. Well, it's a 1-2-3 3rd inning, and thanks to the defense turned in by Sheets. Laying it out over there. Nice grab. Buehler gets over for the out. It's 4-1 San Francisco.
Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
4-1 Giants on top of the Padres. We venture into the 4th inning. That's the score on our UC San Diego Health scoreboard. Time for the Kia player profile. We'll check out what is incredible since 2021. Logan Webb, over 1,000 innings, 1,012 and a third most innings pitched. He is a workhorse, to say the least.
Yeah, we talk about, for instance, Manny Machado posting, right? He posts. He plays. Game started. I mean, you go back in reverse years from 25, 34, 33, 33, 32. So he gets the ball once every 5th day.
Incredibly durable.
Yep.
A little equipment problem here for the catcher Jesus Rodriguez. I think he's got it sorted out.
There's a lot going on right there.
You got pitch comm, you got to get in your ear, you got all kinds of stuff to deal with now.
You got the scouting report on your forearm.
Grounded back to the mound. Webb's got it. He will flip to first underhanded for the first out of the inning. And Duhar is retired. Bring your group of friends, family, or coworkers together for a 2026 Padres game. Hospitality spaces are the perfect setting to socialize while making game day easy with all-inclusive food and beverage packages. Book your outing today at Padres.com/groups. One down in the 4th for Gavin Sheets. And a great defensive play last inning.
Flashing the leather. Oh, a spectacular play.
Fouls it back, 0-2. Duhar just grounded out. He is a ground ball pitcher. Highest opponent ground ball percentage. Logan Webb 59.8% of the time. His outs are on the ground.
Yep. It's that sinker, it's that cutter, it's that changeup. You get out in front, you roll it over. The infielders know that it might be a busy night when Logan Webb is on the hill, that's for sure.
Softly lined by the dive of Chapman at third base into left field. Base hit for Gavin Sheets.
He snapped his twig on that one. He's going to need a new shillelagh, but Gavin Sheets will gladly sacrifice that bat for a base knock. And it's a changeup. Watch, off the end of the bat. Yeah, that's going to shatter your bat. Shattered. Shadubi. Rats on the west side. Bed bugs uptown. What a mess. This town's in tatters.
There's Fernando with Sheets at first. And he bloops it down the right field line. It's a fair ball. Off the box seats as Sheets heads for third base. A little trouble for Lee. They will stop Sheets at third. Into second goes Fernando, and it's second and third with one away.
Well, the Padres are looking at the Giants and saying, hey, they're dunking stuff in there. They're getting singles here, lob wedge over there. And Fernando's thinking, why can't I do that? It's a high sinker. He fights it off. Nobody positioned down that line there. And Gavin Sheets, he'll run through the bag, but he gets the stop sign by Bob Henley. A couple of runners in scoring position.
Second and third with one out. And Xander Bogaerts, who homered last time up against Logan Webb, looking to do some damage here. Padres trailing by 3. All of a sudden, you got the tying run at the plate in Bogaerts. Home run for Xander in the second was his 6th of the year. Leads the Padres in that category.
Now just a knock right here with the speed of Fernando at second. Chances are he's going to score.
Slowly rolled towards third. Chapman looked at the plate but goes to first base for the out there. Run scores. Sheets gets in with the second Padres run. Bogaerts retired on the play. He'll pick up an RBI, second of the game. And Tatis takes third base.
Just making contact. There's another sinker, and when you have a sinker ball pitcher, you're going to get a lot of high choppers rather than that 2-hop aggressive hit off the bat right at an infielder, and that works to the advantage for San Diego.
It's Castellanos. Straightens him up. Four for 9 in his career against Webb. Includes a home run. Grounded out too short in the second inning. 0 for 1. Base hit into left center field for Castellanos. Tatis from third, and it's a 1-run game. It's now 4-3 Giants. RBI single for Nick Castellanos.
Fernando fought off a pitch down the line. He got his hit. Watch this pitch here. It's a sinker and it's in. And Castellanos to the pull side. He cleans that one out. And Fernando can scamper home easily with the run.
2 down. Castellanos at first, a 1-run game. Campusano fouls it off. We scouted out to second base in the second inning. 0 for 1. Last 5 games, Campusano 6 for 18 at .333 with a couple of home runs with the Padres catcher. Ooh, look out. No one hits him.
High sinker up and in.
Got him on the arm, I believe.
Ooh, inside the right elbow, yeah. Take advantage of that.
Ricky Huerta, the trainer, checking on him. Craig Stammen.
That's a good sign. Big smile. Good to go. Taking one for the team.
Puts runners at first and second with 2 down. Sung Moon Song. Fly to left in his first AB in the big leagues. Called from AAA El Paso today. Fly ball headed towards left center field. This ball is back, and it is going to be a one-hopper against the wall. Castellanos will score. Here comes Campusano. The throw is late. Padres will take the lead. It gets away. So Song will take third base, and his first major league hit, he drives in a pair.
This is a perfect example of taking a pitch and driving it the opposite way and just trying not to do too much. It's a breaking ball. It's a cutter that stays up, stays flat, not flat anymore. Rips it to the gap. And congratulations, first big league knock.
Got to third on the E6 on the throw from Adames. Now Jackson Merrill. Really 4-run fourth inning so far for the Padres. They've taken a 5-4 lead. Merrill struck out in the first looking. Went swinging in the third inning. Ball 2. Now 60 pitches for Webb, who's run into some trouble here in the fourth inning. Very rarely giving up a lead. Line to center, and that's going to be in for a hit. From third comes Song. Padres will take a 6-4 lead. RBI single for Jackson Merrill.
And the hits just keep on coming. Another pitch that's up and away, and Jackson staying on that one. like Song did.
Throw over, and back is Merrill. So coming into this inning, a 4-1 lead for the Giants. So far, a 5-run top of the 4th inning for San Diego. Machado grounds one to second base, and Schmidt bobbles, stayed with it, and throws out Machado. Well, that'll end the inning, but what an inning it was for the Padres hitters. Nick Castellanos cashing in with an RBI single. Sun Moon Song gets his first hit in the big leagues. It's a double, and he drives in 2. Padres get 5 in the inning and take a 6-4 lead.
Secure your tickets at Padres.com/Star Wars.
6-4, Padres have come from behind with a 5-run top of the 4th inning on a beautiful night in San Francisco.
Might be one of those nights, Donnie. Roller coaster, huh?
Could be. Settle in. Matt Chapman leading it off here. Buehler fresh off his first 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out in the 3rd inning, and then his offense went to work. Important to have a shutdown inning right here.
Yeah, getting some support, that 5 spot in the 4th. See if Walker Buehler can have a nice, quick, clean inning here. Bottom of the order. There you go.
Fly ball to deep right center field. Back goes Fernando onto the warning track to make the catch. Had to go a long way out towards Triple's alley and makes the grab for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
As soon as that one was up, we know that it's 4:15 out there. Then you've got the speed of Fernando. It's all good in Fernando land. He's got plenty of room to roam in that playground out there. He'll haul it in. By the way, Boston and Detroit in the top of the 1st in the Motor City.
So 1 down in the 4th for Adames. I know facts are not a big thing, but I believe that game is over.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought I saw a 1.
Yeah, there's a 1. 10-3 Red Sox.
Oh, so I thought that was the inning. That was the score.
Yeah.
Okay. The
hitter is challenging the called strike.
We got a challenge.
Calls confirmed. San Francisco has 1 remaining.
Confirmed a strike, and it's 0-2.
You lost the challenge bar.
Yeah, they're down 1. Padres have both of theirs.
Oh, I see that. That 1 is part of the score. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hitter's timeout was granted. Buehler's not pleased. Thought it was too late.
Yeah, that was a little late, wasn't it?
Very late. Two balls, 2 strikes to Adames with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Struck him out. 4th strikeout for Walker Buehler. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
And this one comes on the sweeper. Let's take a look at that sweeper. Get it out there, spin it. Adames really opens up. That's a hanging sweeper. That thing was up, caught a lot of the plate. He's like, wow, that was nasty.
2 down here in the 4th inning. Drew Gilbert flips it foul off to the left out of play. That's 10 games for Gilbert. And regular starts in center field. Strike 2.
Good knuckle curve.
6 in a row retired by Buehler. 3 by way of the K. Next pitch will be 60 for Buehler as he works here with 2 outs in the 4th inning.
Wow.
And he struck him out. Nicely done. The knuckle curve. Back-to-back Ks, 5 in all. He has retired 7 in a row. Onto the knuckle curve to get this done against Drew Gilbert. Padres have a 6-4 lead at the end of 4.
I do. So let's get to it.
Top of the 5th from San Francisco. The Padres up by 2 over the Giants by a score of 6-4. Well, Logan Webb is exited this ball game, surrendering 6 runs, 7 hits, and we take a look through 4 innings. The hits allowed. 4 on the sinker, but look at the location of these pitches. Sure, some of the right-handers got jammed, little dunkers out there, but still up in the zone, enabling these Padre hitters to get on base. 5 allowed in the 4th, right? So hey, they go to the bullpen. They've got a really good bullpen, but they've got a lot of innings to chew up, a lot of outs to get. And this guy, the right-hander, J.T. Brubaker, the erstwhile Bucko, Yankee, now a Giant, enters the game. 12th game, nice ERA at 2.25 in 16 innings.
And Duhar cleans it out. Foul, long way. Duhar was the first out last inning. And the Padres put together 5 runs after that. And have taken a 6-4 lead here into the 5th. So Webb, 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 4. On the hook, came in individually at 2 and 3. Didn't go. So check with Trip Gibson, first base umpire. Now, where do they rank this season? 2nd ERA, 4th in opponent average, tied for 4th in home runs allowed. Opponent OPS 5th. Liner down the left field line. That's going to get in and go to the track and the wall. And Duhar, who tripled earlier, has got himself a double now. Good start to the top of the 5th inning for San Diego.
Keep it going. Base runners, and more base runners to put some pressure on the Giants. That's a hanging breaky ball, and Miguel went down and got it. If taken, that is most definitely a ball. Good coverage right there by Miguel. And he continues to just rake against righties. Going into this game, a 345 and average, that is, for Andujar. 345.
And Gavin Sheets getting his 3rd plate appearance. Fly to center, single to left, scored a run. And in the spot with runners in scoring position at 3:33. Duhar at 2nd, nobody out here in the Padres 5th inning.
Brubaker's done a nice job against lefties this year. Early on, a 174 average. As we just showed you, Andujar, the righty, just raking righties. Well, 286 collectively off of Brubaker. They call him Brew.
It's funny because I was in their clubhouse writing down their lineup and I heard somebody call him Bakes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
I
call
don't
him
think
that too. His
really?
His good friends call him Brew.
Little soft liner into left for a base hit, and Duhar will take 3rd. And he just kind of served that into left field to Gavin Sheets.
How many dunkers have we seen
A
this
lot.
evening, right?
Many.
Just making contact. Well, look at how far off the plate. That's in the other batter's box, that changeup. Literally in the other batter's box.
He's got great plate coverage.
Yeah, he does.
So 1st and 3rd with nobody out here for Fernando. Strike 1, went after the slider. this spot at 348. Runners in scoring position this year. Knocked in 13 of them. There's a double tonight, 1 for 2. Same pitch, same result.
Yeah, what do you think Brubaker's going to do, right? He's going to go back out there. If you're going to throw him a fastball in this situation, it cannot be for a strike. It could be up and in off the plate.
Did it again. This time he gets a piece. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Padres, the official source for your Padres gear. First and third, nobody out. 0-2. Try to slide her again. 4 straight, didn't go. Duhar at third. Sheets cross the diamond at first. Nobody out here in the Padres 5th. Finally comes inside with a sinker. Runner goes at first and Sheets. That is a ball, and he will just take second base. Stole a base for Gavin Sheets. They get second and third with nobody out.
Goes on the kick. Safely. Second bag of the year for Gavin.
Fernando strikes out on that slider. He finally got him on it. Now that Padres stolen base is presented by Uber Eats. Use code PadresSteal for $10 off your next order of $15 or more. Terms apply while supplies last. See app for details.
I'm hungry.
Second and third with 1 out. Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts with a home run in the second inning. 6th home run of the year. Grounded out to third in the 4th inning. Picked up an RBI. So 2 RBIs on the night for Xander Bogaerts. Spirals off the backside. No throw. First disengagement. I mentioned a home run back in the second inning for Bogaerts. Here's a look. Solo shot. Padres were trailing 2-0 at the time, and first blemish for Webb. There'd be more to follow, but that was the first one. Just 4 innings tonight for Logan Webb. He was touched for 6 runs. JT Brubaker taking over. Second and third with 1 out.
Just a sac fly, lofting something to the outfield to do just fine.
Went around. Bogaerts can't believe it.
We got some chirping from the dugout to Trip Gibson down there at first base. Let's take a look.
Two grounded foul. Well, then Duhar at third, Sheets at second, 1 away here in the Padres 5th.
Brubaker looking for a 1 or 2 hopper, one of his infielders right here.
Infield in. About halfway on the left side, all the way in on the right side. With Castellanos swinging on deck for San Diego.
You know, Xander hits a lot of those infield choppers.
That's ball 4. And down to first goes Bogarts. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Bases filled with Padres. One down here in the 5th inning for Nick Castellanos. Yeah, he's grounded out to short and had an RBI single. He's also scored a run.
Yeah, I was just going to say the slider down and away to the righty in a first pitch situation is the way to go. As you take a look at Nick's career average, the bases loaded. Not quite Pat Tabler, but it's good numbers.
One is grounded foul to the end of the Giants dugout. They're housed on the third base side here at Oracle Park.
Nick out in front of that last pitch. That was one kind of down and in a little bit. Could do some damage.
Fly ball down the left field line. Ramos over into the corner to make the catch. Tagging at third is Andujar. He will score easily, and the Padres take a 7-4 lead. Sac fly for Nick Castellanos, who drives in his second run of the ball game.
Good job, Nicky. Yeah, you heard it down in the dugout there. Baseball. Check out the pitch. It's a slider once again. He just didn't get it down and away where he wanted it. And Nick Castellanos reaches out and just lofts it down the line for the sac fly.
First and second now. Run in, 2 down. Luis Camposano.
Nicky sac fly.
In this spot, Camposano 375. So Brubaker so far charged with a run after Webb gave up 6 in 4 innings.
More offense for your starting pitcher, Walker Buehler. Give him some room to work with. Keep adding on.
Strike 2. And a 32 pitch inning for Brubaker, and he's not out of it yet. Full count, and it's time to party. 3-2 with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Everybody on the move.
What's another onion? It's 2 in a row. Didn't like the first one. Got the next one. Didn't like that one. See if Camposano tries to go the other way right here.
Takes his hitter's timeout. Fouled off to the left, out of play. Runners who are off have to return to their bases, so Sheets to second. Bogart's back to first. It's be pitch 35 of the inning for JT Brubaker. And he walks in. That'll load the bases. Second walk allowed by Brubaker to the last 3 hitters. Swing of Sung Moon Song, who got his first major league hit, a double to drive in 2.
Oh, the high leg kick, the full was down, and he drove that baseball exactly where it was pitched. The one hopper up against the wall. Congratulations to the kid. Ball gets away, E6. Hey, when you feel down and out, sing a song.
First Padres drive in multiple runs with their first major league hit since Graham Pauley did it back in 24.
Graham Pauley, we're going way back.
3-run shot for Graham Pauley.
Remember Delta the Marlins. I remember Graham Pauley swung at a ball that was in his chest. Remember that one?
No.
Right in his chest, he swung and missed.
So here is Song. Had an 8-game hitting streak at El Paso before he was called up. He's hitting at .351.
First 2 pitches, not even close.
Two-0 pitch. Ground ball softly hit right side. Schmidt will go to first for the out. That will end the inning, but the Padres do add a run. They'll take a 7-4 lead halfway through.
The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
7-4, the Padres lead the Giants in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's time now for our Ask Don and Mudge segment. It's brought to you by Cal Coast Credit Union. Tonight's question comes to us from Daniel Zejas, who asked, how'd you guys come up with down by way of the K? And do you practice this?
Well, so that's been my call for about 23 years, I think, on regular strikeouts. I was just using it for just some strikeouts down by way of the K. He went down by way of the K. And then I think it was last year was the first time that I only did it when there were 3 strikeouts in a row to strike out the side in order. And then you became involved in it as well.
I wonder if there's anybody out there that's been watching. First of all, thank you very much.
And we don't practice it.
And I cannot recall like the first time that I chimed in, because it must have been a very exciting 1-2-3 inning, 3 up, 3 down punch outs. But
I just know it was last year.
It's been, gosh, it's been fun doing it.
It has been
forward to it.
We've had a lot of guys do it.
You see us in the booth. The first guy strikes out.
Seeing it?
Second guy strikes out, and we're like, okay.
Seeing it is a little alarming for me because I'm doing it. I'm not used to seeing it. And I think we have it. We will show it at some point. We do not rehearse ever, though. I can tell you that.
It's all organic. I get excited. I mean, I love strikeouts, especially like Mason Miller, for instance. Well, thank you for the question. Good question. Hey, maybe we'll see one tonight.
This one is grounded foul. We have one from Sunday, I guess. We actually had 2 on Sunday, but we're showing one, the second one.
Did you do that in the minor leagues?
I did, yeah. Not all of that, never for 3 in a row. It was always, just random guys down by way of the K. Now it's pretty much exclusively that. Ball and 2 strikes here to Rodriguez. We don't practice any of the stuff that we do.
No,
it just sort of happens. There's a fly ball out to right center field. Merrill is out there making the catch. This is Sunday. Swing and a miss.
Yeah!
Some kind of day.
Back-to-back innings.
Murakami.
Say it, Donnie.
Vargas.
Say it!
Montgomery all down by way of the game. There you have it. That's what it looks like in real time.
I'm sorry, Mom.
You're fully into it. It's good that you backed off the mic a little bit, though, I noticed, because if you were there, that would be, wow, a lot.
I don't want to pin, I don't want to disco Dave Robertson, who's our A1, who does a great, he's the best in the business, by the way.
He is
our
outstanding.
sound guy. He spins the dials, and he knows our act, so, yeah, you got to learn how to back off.
No, you blow it out completely, but it was great.
But it's fun. We look forward to it.
It's always fun.
We bring you the fun.
I think the most fun I had was at Wrigley last year when we did it for nobody but for ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. That was pretty cool in the postseason.
That's right.
Yeah, in the box.
That's right.
Trevor Hoffman got to see it firsthand.
Yeah.
It was the first time he ever saw it.
That's right.
It's kind of alarming if it's your first time.
Yeah.
Jung-Hoo Lee lifts a fly ball to left field as Castellanos comes over towards the line and makes the catch for out number 2. A reminder, if you have a question for us, scan the QR code or visit calcocu.org/baseball. Maybe you'll hear your question answered live on the air.
And Daniel, thank you so much, first of all, for being a fan, for watching, and for your question.
Casey Schmidt with 2 down. Buehler's really settled down very nicely, giving up 2 in the first, 2 in the second, but since then he's in a stretch right now where he has retired 9 in a row.
And with those strikeouts ever since the starting in the 3rd inning, the knuckle curve has been working, the slider, the sweeper. He's got a good feel for that breaking ball of his.
Up to 72 pitches through 4 2/3.
You know, for a pitcher performing well, you have to look 60 feet 6 inches in front of him, and that's Luis Campusano doing a great job. Campy has been just making strides behind the plate.
Down to third, deep third for Manny. No problem. It's out number 3, making it 10 in a row. Retired by Buehler through 5. Padres have a 7-4 lead.
Get it with my Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
Padres baseball is presented by UC San Diego Health, the official healthcare provider of the San Diego Padres, and by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Padres on top 7-4 as we venture into the 6th inning in San Francisco. And a new pitcher into the game. Ryan Borucki takes over,
making his 200th appearance in the big leagues. That's a big milestone for the left-hander. The erstwhile Blue Jay was a Mariner, a Pirate, and for Ryan, his 13th game, 5.23 ERA, 10 1/3 innings of work.
I think they wanted multiple innings from Brubaker, but he had a tough 5th inning in which he threw a lot of pitches. Only gave up 1 run. A 7 hitters, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Later, he is out of this game, and Borucki is in. After the starter, Logan Webb went 4, giving up 6. And currently on the hook.
Ooh, pretty good pitch.
Challenge.
Catcher challenging the call of ball.
Rodriguez is correct.
San Francisco has 1 remaining.
So they keep their remaining challenge. Merrill up the middle into center field, a base hit. So his 2nd hit of the night. Joins Andujar and Sheets, who also had 2 hits.
Just didn't get the slider out enough. Lefty on lefty, and Jackson stays on it and just takes it right back up the middle nicely. Ball hit sharply.
Lead runner on for the Padres, second straight inning. There's Manny Machado, 0 for 3 tonight. Going over to first base, back safely is Merrill. First disengagement.
Take a look at the splits. We talk about lefties and righties and vice versa. Versus righties, 21 at-bats, 5 extra base hits allowed, 476. Total 180 against lefties. Leaving a lot of pitches out of the zone. Can't pitch effectively inside to the righties. The slug off his sinker, 500. I mean, he's just missing too much of the plate. Middle away, I would say, against lefty, against righties. That's why you see those numbers. They are getting some good hacks off of the left-hander.
Jackson goes, and he will be safe. Stolen base for Jackson Merrill. See if they're going to challenge this or not. No challenge. Stolen base.
First move from the left-hander. As soon as that foot goes up, you are off and safe into second base. Stay on that back.
And he had 3-1 with nobody out, runner at second.
Well, he's got to be careful with that sweeper, the lefty to righties. If that ball is middle in, it is going to get whacked.
Foul back, will do it again, 3-2. Machado out ahead, sends it a long way, foul. Cleans it out, but foul. Pitch 9 coming up in this sequence.
Topping out at 93. The off-speed stuff on the sweeper, 78.
To the second baseman, Schmidt. For out number 1 as Merrill takes third base. I'll bring up Andujar, who's had a good game, couple of hits, triple and a double. He's also scored a run. Down the right field line, headed foul. Infield in here for the Giants with 1 out, that base runner at third, trying to keep this a 3-run deficit. Merrill getting that lead at third.
Look at. Miguel looking for career hit number 502. That one in the first inning, that triple was career hit 500. And once again, congratulations to Miguel. Sack fly. That'll work nicely.
Down and in. Good block there by Rodriguez. his second big league game. And Duhar into right field, a base hit, and from third comes Jackson Merrill. It's 8-4 San Diego. Third hit of the night for Andujar. Triple, double, and now a single. So a home run shy of the cycle tonight for Andujar.
Have a night in the big leagues at Miguel Andujar. Going the other way. Infield in. Finding the hole. Chalk up another run. Nice.
Duhar at first with one away. Here's Gavin Sheets. The Padres trailed in this game 4-1 before they put the 5 spot on the board in the 4th inning. There's a ground ball right side. Schmidt will go to second for one. On to first. That's 2. The double play will end the inning. But the Padres had a run, take an 8-4 lead to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Scanned by your lawyer. Tell your story at protectcaliforniaconsumers.com.
Dodgers in action in Houston tonight. Shohei Ohtani on the mound, bottom of the 2nd inning. Christian Walker, remember him, our old nemesis in Arizona? Here's a solo shot, his 9th of the season. But wait, that's not all. Houston power up again in the bottom of the 3rd. Braden Shoemaker, a solo shot as well. His 2nd of the year as Houston drops the Dodgers 2-1. LA now 5-5 down in mud in their last 10 ball games.
So they've gone through some tough times. So unusual to see as here is pitch 75 of the night for Buehler.
And when you look at the standings, just keeping pace, right? Going into today's action, the Padres a game and a half back in the NL West. Ohtani pitched and didn't hit.
A base hit for Rafael Devers the other way.
Ohtani he was scuffling a little bit with the bat, so Dave Roberts said, he's just going to pitch, rest his body a little bit, concentrate on pitching, and DH for him. So Giants finding a hole right there on that hit to the left side.
Breaks up a string of 10 in a row retired by Walker Buehler. Elliot Ramos 0 for 2, struck out twice, both times swinging. When Padres pitchers K9, you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. Next pitch will be 80 for Buehler. So he works here into the 6th inning. Fly ball center field has Jackson Merrill in and under for out number 1 of the bottom of the 6th inning. Action in the pen as Jeremiah Estrada is first up for San Diego. After the way this started, hard to imagine that Buehler would still be around in the 6th inning, but he is. After giving up a 2-run home run to the second batter that he faced in the 1st inning, and then 2 more runs in the 2nd, but he has settled down very nicely. Went on to retire 10 in a row before the leadoff single this inning. To left, and that's in for a base hit. Up to second goes Devers. First in second with 1 away here for the Giants.
Another hit the opposite way. It sounds like he broke his bat. Let's check out the pitch. It's a changeup, way off the plate. And you could fairly say that tonight for both pitchers, Webb, Buehler, Brubaker. There's been a lot of hits tonight where you just got to say, you know what, you got to tip your cap. That happens.
Well, Craig Stammen is headed out there. I mentioned the longest outing for Buehler, 6 innings, and he's at 5 1/3 right now. This might be it. 82 pitches. And this will be it. Walker Buehler's day is done. He departs. So will we. 8-4 Padres.
It's a little chillier, it's a little drier, and a little windier. All those three things, that combination makes it a little harder to grip the baseball and to get warmed up when you're sitting out there in the bullpen in the cold weather. Most of the time when I played here, there was no bullpen as far as sitting down there. You sat in the dugout and then ran out there, and that was always a cold run. You know, you take your warm stuff off, and then all of a sudden you're in the elements. But it's a tough place to play. The crowd is always into it. They're always engaged, but also a fun place to play too, especially playing a good team like the Giants.
Jeremiah Estrada in shirt sleeves on a relief of Walker Buehler. And you hear Craig Stammen talking about the difficulty it is to just come out here and get loose, never mind getting sharp. And it's not a forgiving crowd, as you guys well know. And Mud, I know you pitch a candlestick. I don't know how the two parks compare, but chilly's chilly when you're trying to get warm and loose.
I love pitching a candlestick, and I'll tell you why. Because the hitters hated it. They were haters. They could not stand going there. It was a nightmare.
You got used to the elements as being a giant?
And as a pitcher, you're always moving, right? So you're going to stay hot. You're going to work up that ladder. You're going to stay nice and loose. Guys didn't like swinging the bat when it was windy and cold. Trying to get in their kitchen. That's the way I looked at it. That's why I tried to approach it. And I think that's the way you have to approach it in environs like this.
Now, did you go sleeves? Jeremiah is not.
I went sleeves. I always like the feel of sleeves.
Didn't bother you at all?
Yeah. Didn't bother me. Nope.
A lot of guys like to go hard in when it's cold out, figuring if they can get it in there right, it's like holding a handful of bees if you're a hitter.
Yeah. Remember Michael King was talking to Donnie and I early in the season, talking about, pitching at Boston College and the East Coast. He likes pitching. The colder the better, Michael King said.
Well, strikeout there of Matt Chapman.
That one's upstairs. The four-seamer at 96.
2 on, 2 down. Willie Adames. Buehler responsible for the 2 men on, and Devers and Eldridge, who are first and second. Skied foul down the right field line, out of play.
And for Jeremiah, entering his 9th game. Opponent's only hitting 185 off the right-hander. 190 off that four-seamer and a 200 average off that split finger.
To left, Castellanos backpedaling to make the catch. No problem. 2 left. We head to the 7th. 8-4 Padres.
5.
Visit MurrayLampert.com to start the conversation.
Time now for a drive of the game, powered by Snapdragon. The 4th inning for the Padres is certainly powered up as Castellanos with a base hit. That would play to run. And the first major league hit for Sun Moon Song is a double that drives in 2. Jackson Merrill would contribute with a base hit of his own and an RBI. All part of a 5-run 4th inning. Padres went into that inning trailing by 3, but a 5-run inning, and they are now on top 8-4. And look at the hits in that inning.
Wow, through 6 innings, 11 hits, the 6 singles, 3 doubles, a triple, 1 homer. 4th most for the Padres in a game this season. They need to get some insurance as it's getting late.
Gregory Santos, the new pitcher, taking over here in the 7th inning.
And for Santos, the 26-year-old enters only his 2nd game this season, only an inning and 2/3. Slider, and more sliders. He'll mix in a sinker and a four-seamer.
On a strike here to Fernando, leading it off in the 7th inning. Be followed by Bogarts and Castellanos.
This kid's got a live arm. When the club was in Philadelphia, that's when he was called up to the big leagues. Started the year in AAA. He can touch 98, 99.
Two hit very hard on one hop to Schmidt at second base. And Fernando's out number 1 of the 7th inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres. One down in the 7th for Xander Bogaerts, who homered back in the 2nd inning.
You know, I say this, a frog with a tennis racket, by the way. This game of baseball is not fair. How many dunkers, like we said earlier, have we seen? Like
tons.
Like 65 exit velocity. Fernando hit that one at 108 off the bat and was right at Schmidt. That's a hang with him. Got to tell you.
It's a short. Adames started in. Gets it there in time. 2 down to get Bogaerts. 2 ground ball outs for Gregory Santos so far. That'll bring up Castellanos. Grounded to short, single to drive in 2, and a sac fly. Saw the Padres with 11 hits, out hitting the Giants 11-7. Fooled on that slider. Reaches out and lifts this one to left field. Coming in to make the catch is Ramos. 1, 2, 3, 7, 7th inning stretch, 8-4 Padres. Padres have a lead over the Giants to get ready for the bottom of the 7th. Well, celebrate elite pitching with the flame-throwing Mason Miller bobblehead presented by Cox. Limited the first 40,000 fans in attendance. Secure this collectible on Thursday, May 7th. Padres host the St. Louis Cardinals at 7:10. Visit Padres.com/giveaways.
The Reaper kicking back.
Reliever of the month in the National League.
How about that?
Jeremiah Estrada back out there. It's a ground ball, lots of spin on it to Manny at third base. First out in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Estrada got the final 2 outs of the 6th. Back out there to start the 7th. As out number 1.
I love 1 pitch, 1 out. Love it. 1 pitch, 1 out could be the name of my new band.
Jesus Rodriguez got his first major league hit tonight. Single and an RBI back in the 2nd inning. Down the right field line towards the corner and is gone. Home run. First major league home run for Jesus Rodriguez.
That's what you can do here at Oracle Park. We mentioned it's 309. There's a hanging slider. He stays on it. You square it up down the line, and it just gets over.
A strike to Lee. More action in the pen, Jason Adam.
2 quick outs here. See, that's the beauty of having the lead that the Padres have. You give up a solo shot, okay, you're still up. Make an adjustment. You've got 1 out. You're ahead here 0-2. And the 7th is yours. Sets up the great recipe that the Padres love to bake. You got Adam in the 8th, and then if it's a safe situation, you've got Miller in the 9th.
Two and 2. Into the split.
Well, now I think, just trying to think along with Jeremiah, you want to get an out here. He's got the good fastball. You don't want to go 3-2. See if he challenge him with a well-located fastball here.
Late on it.
Yeah, you know what I had in mind? What did you have in mind right there? The pitch away, and Manny's way off the line. And what we've been seeing tonight, Padre hitters, Giant hitters finding the hole, something trying to sneak down that left field line. With Manny way off the line.
That one flying all the way back by the backstop. So he's going to go get it. Want some sticky stuff too.
He's going with the stick. Yeah.
One down, base is empty. The home run by Jesus Rodriguez. 2-2 to lead. Ball 3, full count. Casey Schmidt waits on deck. He homered back in the first inning. Popped up. Back comes a catcher, Campusano, to make the catch. Out number 2 of the 7th inning.
Big pitch, big out.
Now Schmidt homering the last 2 games. Got Randy Vasquez last night. And Walker Buehler tonight. Pretty good rip at that first pitch.
Likes that high fastball, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. It's part of the fast start tonight for the Giants. Jumped out to the 4-1 lead. Padres scored 5 times in the 4th inning. Challenge time right there. 0-2. 20th pitch in relief coming up for Estrada. So far an inning and a 3rd in relief. That strike 3 gets him looking. So a run for the Giants on the home run by Rodriguez. It's 8-5 San Diego. It's getting late. We're going to the 8th.
Now through May 6th at the Home Depot.
Cheer on the Padres when the Los Angeles Dodgers come to Petco Park. They're here for a midweek matchup May 18th through the 20th. And again over the weekend, June 26th to the 28th. Get your star-studded battle in America's #1 ballpark. Visit Padres.com/tickets. 8th inning back at Oracle Park. Luis Campusano to lead it off. It's Gregory Santos back out there again. He had a 1-2-3 7th. They run him back out there to begin the 8th. Campusano's been on twice without the benefit of a base hit tonight. Been hit by a pitch and walked.
Well, Campy, as I mentioned a couple of innings ago, he's made great strides, not only at the plate, coming into this ball game, hitting at a 300 clip, and working behind the plate with Kevin Plawecki. He's doing a great job with the catchers. There's great communication with Campy, talking every day, working behind the plate. Kevin, of course, a catcher with the Mets, with the Red Sox. He's been around a long, long time, and they're lucky to have him. He does a great job. You know, it's more than just pushing the buttons for the pitch count. It's getting set up and giving a good target. Pitchers liking to throw to you.
Popped up, sending Adames to the short lawn and left for out number 1. Sung Moon Song coming up, and he got his first major league hit, an extra base hit, a double left center field. It would play 2. His first 2 RBIs in the big leagues as well.
He scored that one out. That was good to see. Ball gets away, watching the ball, take an extra 90 feet.
His 4th plate appearance, and the other ones he flied to left, grounded out to second. Would come around to score as part of that 5-run 4th inning for the Padres. Two 2-0 to Song. Three and 1. Santos, the 4th arm used tonight by the Giants. Webb started and is on the hook, went 4 innings, giving up 6 runs. Down the first base line, Santos will kind of kick it towards the bag, and Song is safe.
Wow. A lot of action around the first base bag and that little chopper down the first base line. Okay, chopper got to go. Song is off, right? And then it's all backed up. Devers, Santos can't squeeze it there, kicks it. Safe.
Flips the order over for Jackson Merrill. 2-hit night tonight. Both singles to centers, driven in a run, stolen a base, scored a run. So that's 2 hits tonight for Song. Give him a hit on that. Reaches with 1 out here in the 8th. Over to first, and Song back safely. Runner goes, and Song will get his first stolen base. This gets into center. Let's keep on going. He'll add in an E2 to that as well.
Action in the batter's box and on the base paths. The Sung Moon Song show tonight. There he goes. Recognizing the ball in the center field at a free 90 feet. It's a big run out there.
So at third with 1 down. Infield in all the way around now for the Giants. $38,275 with us tonight. 38,275. About 5,000 more than were here last night. There's a liner into left center for a base hit. It's a gapper. Song from third with the 9th Padres run. Into second with the RBI double goes Jackson Merrill on his 3rd hit of the night. Padres take a 9-5 lead.
And the hits are keeping on is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm getting so excited. Yeah. Jackson Merrill driving in a run, going the other way. Jackson in the 4th inning after 2 strikeouts, he took one the opposite way. Padres adding on.
Manny Machado will swing and a miss at a sinker. 0 for 4 night tonight for Manny. Fly ball right field, sending Lee back onto the edge of the track to make the catch. Tagging at second, moving to third is Merrill with now 2 down in the inning. Well, let's bring up Miguel Andujar bidding for the cycle tonight. It started with a triple in the 1st inning. This gapper to triples alley. Then he would double in the 5th. His single and an RBI in the 6th inning. Sets the table here for his at-bat in the 8th inning. Home run shy of the cycle, of which he has 2 on the year. Taking all the way, or where was he going there? Is there a violation?
Walk or violation? What was it?
Walk. From third comes Merrill. Padres take a 10-5 lead. To left field and right at Ramos, who will make the catch. That will end the inning, but the Padres get 2 more, take a 10-5 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Padres baseball is presented by Mercury Insurance, smart insurance for smart people. And by Sequan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. It's been a fun night for the Padres, on top 10-5 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Talk about turning it around, huh?
There is Jason Adam into the game in the 8th inning.
5 runs to work with, and this is exactly the way the Padres draw it up. 10-5, enter the right-hander. And for Jason Adam, 11th game. Nice ERA, nice numbers, 9 innings, 5 strikeouts. The whip way below 1 at .89.
Fouled off to the right, out of play. Bryce Johnson has taken over in left field for Castellanos. So Jeremiah Estrada went an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, didn't walk anybody, struck out 2. Surrendered that solo shot by Jesus Rodriguez in the 7th inning. Machado in the shortstop spot for out number 1. And that'll bring up Elliot Ramos. And 0 for 3 night for the Giants left fielder. A couple of strikeouts swinging and a fly out to center. By him. Strike 2. Just in a changeup that time. Adam, the third arm used tonight by San Diego. Pitcher of record, Walker Buehler at the moment went 5 1/3, giving up 4. Liner down the left field line, foul. And the double figures in runs and hits tonight for the San Diego Padres. 10 runs, 13 hits.
Just like we were talking about how this game of baseball could turn on a dime from one night to the next.
No trouble scoring runs, and then all of a sudden you put a 10 spot on the board. Underneath Jason Adam, it goes to Song at second for out number 2. 2 ground ball outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Bring up Bryce Eldridge. One for 3 night tonight for the Giants DH. He singled to left his last time up. Wraps it foul outside of first. Popped up, sending Song now back onto the infield dirt. To make the catch, it'll end the inning. A nice 1-2-3-8 for Jason Adam. Going to the 9th from San Francisco. It's 10-5 Padres.
Is the moment you're living. Choose yellow. Choose Pacifico.
Join us tomorrow for Game 3 of this 3-game series as we'll play day baseball from San Francisco. Matt Waldron will be on the mound. 3 starts, 0-1 with a high earned run average. Adrian Hauser in 6 starts, 0-3 with a high earned run average of 7.12. Get started at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Padres Giants will wrap up this very brief road trip to San Francisco. Then it is back home where national television will carry the first 3 games of the Cardinals series. And then Sunday we'll be back with you at 12:45 before the Padres head right back out on the road again to Milwaukee and to Seattle. So a 4-game homestand following a 3-game brief road trip. New pitcher in, Joel Peguero.
From the Dominican Republic, the 29-year-old, he was activated today after 10 rehab games in AAA Sacramento. Getting any work here, down by 5. Made his major league debut last year in August. And for Joel, 18th game this last season. 17 games. 22 1/3, 17 strikeouts. A little high on the walks, but opponents only at 197.
Sheets sends it a long way, but foul. Wow. Right out of here. Splashdown foul.
That's a wet one. This guy's sinker averages 100.
Fly ball the other way to left has Ramos over to make the catch for the first out of the 9th inning. One away, that'll bring up Fernando. 1 for 4 night tonight for Tatis. The one part of double in the 4th inning came around to score the 3rd Padres run. Back to the mound, lots of spin, but Garrett's got it. He'll flip underhanded for out number 2.
His bat just exploded on that one. That was a 99-mile-an-hour sinker.
Ron Marinaccio is up in the pen. No need for the Reaper with a 5-run lead at the very least. Right side, and diving to get it is Schmidt, but can do nothing with it. Nice play to get there at all. And it'll be the second hit of the night for Xander Bogaerts, aboard with 2 down.
Nice effort by Casey Schmidt at second base. If he gloves this, he's got a chance. Cannot squeeze it, though. And once again, Xander fighting something off to the opposite side. And boy, those grass stains, you're going to have to shout it out after the game.
Bryce Johnson coming up for the first time. Scouting report here from the catcher, Jesus Rodriguez, going out there to talk to Peguero. As he took over defensively for Nick Castellanos last inning out in left field, and bats for the first time. Castellanos had a nice night tonight. A couple of RBIs, base hit. To third, picked by Chapman. That'll end the top of the ninth. Going to the bottom of the ninth in San Francisco. The Padres on top 10-5.
Hello, Moto.
10-5, Padres have the lead over the Giants. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Join the Padres On Deck membership wait list to become a future season ticket member. Enjoy the best access and value on Padres baseball. With memberships currently sold out, this is your chance to secure a spot in line for seats when they become available. Join today at Padres.com/waitlist. Padres will move on to their 5th arm of the night. Ron Marinaccio into the game here in the 9th.
Last time out for Ron was on May 1st against the White Sox. Couple of innings, 3 hits, gave up a run. He's got 5 runs to work with, and for Ron overall, 13th game, 18 2/3. 13 punchies. Opponent today 297 and a runner and a half on his whip.
Chapman to lead it off here for the Giants in the bottom of the 9th.
Oh, challenge, huh? Wow.
Catcher challenging the previous pitch.
Might as well. You got both. Very close.
Call confirmed. The pitch is the ball. San Diego has 1 remaining.
Wow.
You got a piece of paper in there, you think?
I don't think so.
Quiet night for Chapman. 0 for 3. Play for him to go the other way. Center fielder Jackson Merrill, step or 2 towards right center. Lots of green grass out in left center field. Chapman's pull side.
Well, you know, looking at the scorecard, Don, for the Padres, there's a lot of love to throw around tonight, and that's a good thing. So be sure to stay tuned to the big show after the game. We'll have an interview for you.
Are you going to be on it?
Big show with Mike Pomeranz. Oh, you're not going to want to miss it.
Second base song for round number 1 of the 9th inning. How many segments are you in the show?
I think I'm in the first segment.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mike and I will break it down for you. We'll talk about everybody contributing tonight. Sung Moon Sung obviously is one of the stars of the game. There's a lot of stars to pass out tonight, Don.
Willie Adames with a soft liner that is caught by Xander Bogaerts for out number 2 in the 9th inning.
There must have been about a handful of bats broken tonight. Listen to this. Oh, music to my ears.
Snap twig. Christian Koss is going to pinch hit, and that's why there's a meeting at the mound right now. He's appeared in just 7 of the last 35 games for the Giants. Not a lot of playing time. Coming off the bench here to get an AB with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Pinch hitting for Drew Gilbert, the center fielder who was 1 for 3 tonight. Strike 1.
You know, as I mentioned, there's a lot of love to go around, but for me, Walker Buehler, I mean, finding it, right? 5 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs. It could have been much worse. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, then he settled down.
Yeah, retired 10 in a row.
Yeah.
At one point.
And the strikeout after that second inning was a big part of his game. The knuckle curve, the slider, the sweeper, the knuckle curve again.
In line for the win, by the way.
Yeah. Good job by the right-hander.
Webb on the losing side of things, should this stand up. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Padres win. Well, San Diego with a bounce-back victory tonight in Game 2 of the series. It sets up the rubber match here tomorrow afternoon when we play day baseball as the Padres win this one, a final of 10-5. First start in the big leagues for Song, and Xander Bogaerts welcoming him to the show.
What a great game all the way around. Jackson Merrill leading off. It was a rough night for him the first 2 at-bats, but after that, 3 knocks, a run scored, a couple of RBIs. And this offense really turned it around tonight.
Well, his first major league hit was a double to the gap in left center field back in the 4th inning for Sun Moon Song. And he would drive in a pair. Take third on an error, throw back in. This way to get your first big league hit, an extra base hit. He would add another hit, infield hit in the 8th inning, so a 2-hit night for Sun Moon Song.
That's nice. If you sing a song a day, you will make a better way, that's for sure.
Walker Buehler gets the win. He goes 5 1/3, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, but at one point retired 10 in a row, really settling down. And as Logan Webb started this game, he takes the loss. 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs. Charged to Webb, and he drops to 2-4 with the loss. As the Padres come away with a 10-5 victory tonight.
You know, another thing you look at in the scorecard, every Padre tonight scored a run with the exception of Manny Machado. That's saying something. A lot of action on the base paths tonight.
It is time now for a Wells Fargo active mic. Junyi interpreting for Sung Moon Song, and welcome to you both. But we'd just like to know what it was like. First major league game, first major league hit, an extra base hit tonight.
오늘 처음으로 메이저리그 경기 뛰게 됐는데 데뷔 타석도 갖고 안타도 치고 2루타도 치고 이제 도루도 하고 그랬는데 기분이 어땠는지.
너무 꿈꿔왔던 순간에 이렇게 팀의 승리도 하고 제가 개인적으로도 좀 좋은 모습을 제가 잘할 수 있는 것들을 보여준 것 같아서 뿌듯한 것 같아요.
It was a dream come true moment for me, and then I think I showed what I can do really well on the baseball field today overall, so I'm happy with the result today.
Junyi, ask him if you would please, when did that dream start? When did he maybe think about the possibility in playing in the United States in Major League Baseball when he was playing in Korea?
이제 한국에서 뛰는 동안에 언제부터 미국에 넘어가서 내가 야구를 할 수 있겠다 이런 꿈을 꾸게 됐는지 물어봅니다.
이제 가슴속에 품고 있었던 건 어렸을 때부터 이제 항상 미국 야구를 보면서 동경을 해왔었고 이제 정말 미국에 가서 야구를 해보고 싶다라고 생각한 건 작년에 이제 그런 동기부여가 많이 생겼던 것 같습니다.
Since my childhood, I think I was really wanting to play in the big leagues. And from last year, maybe I think I could play in the big leagues.
How have the veterans welcomed him both in spring training and here? It seems like it's very comfortable for him right now.
이제 여기서 지금 팀에서 되게 편안해 보이는데 여기 팀에 있는 베테랑들이 형한테 잘해줘서 이제 좀 편안한지
정말 너무 조금 적응하기 힘들 수도 있는 상황 속에서 팀메이트들이 너무 먼저 잘 다가와주고 저 역시도 그렇게 잘 다가와주니까 편하게 다가가다 보니까 서로 이제 어색함 없이 잘 지내고 있는 것 같습니다.
It might be a tough environment for me to adapt into the big league culture, but our veterans are really welcoming and then talk to me, being nice to me. So I'm really happy that we have them around here.
If you'd please ask, what's the difference in the short time he's been here in the States in spring training and seeing the different type of pitchers over here as compared to Korea? What's the big difference between the pitching in Korea as opposed to the pitching in the short time that he has seen at the plate here in Major League Baseball?
이제 메이저리그에서 많은 투수들을 아직 보진 못했지만 한국 투수들과 좀 다른 구위나 구속 이런 것들을 많이 느낄 수도 있을 것 같은데 한국 야구와 미국 야구의 좀 느낀 차이점이 지금까지 느낀 점이 있다면
확실히 파워풀하고 또 투수의 공의 속도나 또 무브먼트 그런 부분이 확실히 까다로운 투수들이 많은 것 같아가지고 그런 부분 이제 많은 타석에 들어가고 또 그런 어려운 과제를 제가 도전을 하러 왔기 때문에 계속 도전을 해볼 생각입니다.
Yes, pitching is very different from KBO. A lot of more fast velos and then good stuff like good movement. But I'm here to compete, and that's what I'm competing for. So if I get more at bats, I think I will be successful in the big leagues.
Thank you so very much, and congratulations.
감사합니다. 오늘 인터뷰.
Thank you.
A 10-5 victory tonight for the Padres. A great night tonight. San Diego bouncing back very well. Thank you for watching Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant, Mike Pomerantz, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.